Hi there. Find yourself on all fours and start with a slow cat-cow in the rhythm of your breath. Breathe in, open up your front body and breathe out, round your back body. Breathe in, lengthen out your belly and your chest. Breathe out, make a round shape in your spine and then stay there and breathe in between your shoulder blades. Imagine to breathe them apart. Push your hands in the mat and your shoulders wide and then let go, let your belly and your chest sink toward the mat and start to circle around yourself. Circle to the left, up to the ceiling in a round back, and then you can change the directions of the circles. Move and breathe in every single corner of your body and make space. If you find a spot that feels crispy or tight, stay there and move a little closer into it. And then find your way back to the center and turn your fingers out to the left and right, 3 and 9 o'clock, and shift left and right. Your shoulder blades are together. And then you push your hands into the mat and you widen your shoulder blades apart. You round your back and let your head sink to the ground. Slowly you start to combine these two movements and roll above and beneath you in a circle. So you pull your shoulder blades, your scapulas together and you widen them apart. Let these circles be really big and buoyant. Find your way back to the center, turn your hands forward and sink in a child's pose. Your hips to the heels. Walk your fingertips forward and roll up onto all fours. Let your hips sink in direction of your hand and open up your chest. Your chin lifts at last. Press back in a child's pose. Roll up, again round back your heels, stay close to your bum, open up your chest and lift your chin. Press back, child's pose, roll up, vertebra by vertebra, let your hips sink, open up your chest to the front, lift your chin and let your belly land on the mat. Put your fingertips wide apart, left and right of your mat and roll your shoulders. And then pull your shoulders towards your ear, press your fingertips in the mat, lift your chest and then pull your shoulder blades toward each other. Straighten your legs, active until to the toe and slowly let your chest sink. Place your hands on the mat and press up into a down dog. Move your dog and crack your ankles a bit, so mobilize them and then mobilize also your hip. You can swing it left and right. Bend your knees, press your rib cage close to your thigh, so your rib cage touch your thigh. And then you press your sit bones up high, your heels lift high. And then you press your hands in the mat and you start to make like push-ups only in your shoulder. You press back and you let your head sink toward your hands. Press your sit bones up, straighten your legs and then let your heels sink to the ground without losing the height of the sit bones. Then move again freely in your hips. And we start again, bend your knees, pull ribs and thighs together, heels are high, sit bones high to the sky. Keep that height and press slowly your heels toward the ground. Straighten your legs and roll forward in a plank. Slowly, slowly bend your knees, press back, down dog. Thighs and ribs together, sit bones to the sky, straight legs, roll vertebra by vertebra forward in a plank. Bend your knees, you also can place them on the ground. Press yourself back, down dog. High heels, sit bones up. Straight legs, roll forward, round spine. Head sinks to the ground. Plank. Heels to the ground and sit back onto your heels. Close your eyes, roll your shoulders in big circles. Feel the breath moving. And grab your 2 blocks or books, and if you have anything like this, just go onto your fingertips so you have a little bit more height. And then come into a down dog. Find stability. And roll forward, vertebra by vertebra. Open up, upward facing dog. Bend your knees, press back, down dog. You can roll or you can shift. And if you shift, just fold and unfold. Press back, down dog. And press forward or shift forward, upward facing dog. Do what challenges you more. And find your down dog. And lift your right leg, find stability in your left leg, and then roll your right hip by bending your right knee or straightening your right leg, and then pull the knee in toward your chest and round your spine. Press your hands in the block so you lift up really high and bring the foot between the blocks. Find a right angle in the front knee, lift your arms up and grab both elbows, the opposite elbows. Lean back a bit and then let your back knee, the left knee, sink and lift it up 2 or 3 times and then place it on the ground. Cactus your arms, lean back, back bend. We will go into a twist. Come forward and find your right knee with your left shoulder and place your right hand on your left rib cage. You want to pull your left rib cage up to the sky and leverage to the right. You press your left shoulder into your right knee and your right knee resists. And then you can lift your arm to the sky, lean back in a back bend. And circle your arms down to the ground. Press your hands into the block and slowly, with core strength, press your hands in the block, lift your hip high and bring your right leg back. 3-legged dog. Circle your knee, place your right foot on the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Other side, lift your leg high, circle your knee, mobilize your left hip. And you also can straighten your left leg. You can open your hip or keep it closed. And then pull the left knee to your nose tip, close toward your rib cage, round spine, press your hands in the blocks and place the foot between the blocks. Pull your feet together with tense legs. You lift up your hips, showing toward the front of your mat. And to 3 and 9 o'clock, lift your arms and grab the opposite elbows. Or interlace your fingers and bring them behind your neck, lean back. And then cactus your arms. Let your right knee sink to the ground and lift it up 3 times. Place your right knee on the ground. We will go into the twist. Prepare for the twist. Bring your right shoulder to your left knee and grab with the left hand your right rib cage, and then pull your right rib cage toward the left. You can place your hands together in prayers twist or open up your left arm to the ceiling or straighten it to the front and lean back in a back bend. Breathe into your left lung. Circle your hand to the ground. Press your hands into the block. Tuck your back toe under. Lift your hip high and also your back heel high. Round your spine. And then lift slowly your left foot in a 3-legged dog. Circle your hip. And bring your foot down to the ground. Roll forward in an upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Roll or shift forward in an upward facing dog. Breathe in. Then breathe out. Press back toward your heels. Sit onto your heels. Close your eyes. Rest your palms on your thigh. And follow your breath. Anywhere the mind goes, the breath can follow. Anywhere the breath goes, the mind can access. Slowly open your eyes. I show 2 variations of a heart melting pose. So first one, place your hands on the blocks. Your hips are above your knees and you let your chest sink or melt to the ground. Rotate your upper arms inwardly toward your ears. Second variation, place a block underneath your sternum and let your sternum sink and rest on the block. I prefer that variation because it gives you a boundary. You can go too deep, but you can really release your weight on the block. And then start to eagle, wrap your arms around it, your right arm above your left arm, and place your chin in the bend of your elbows. Or place your throat on the right shoulder and rest into this perfect fit. Wrap your arms the opposite way and place your throat onto the left shoulder or in the bend of your elbows. Let your chest melt to the ground and breathe into the shoulder girdle. Slowly release. Press into a downward facing dog and walk forward in a hang. Place 2 fists between your heels. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Bend your knees. They go into your armpits. And then grab the opposite elbow or grab your arms around your calf and let your head hang heavy. Push your sit bone up to the sky. You can also grab the opposite hand across the opposite shin. Cross-reference the right heel to the left hip and the left heel to the right hip and pull them apart. And slowly release. Come into a squat. Let your hips sink toward your heels. They might be up or the sole of the feet are on the ground. And then let your bum sink to the ground. Interlace your finger. Have a good grip on your knees and let your back hang heavy back. Your chin falls toward your sternum. Breathe in and out between your scapula. And slowly pull up on your knees and open up your chest, arc your spine, and breathe out, round back. Breathe in, open up your chest, and place your left leg on the ground and your right foot inside of your left thigh. You have a perfect triangle shape from your navel to your knees. And then grab with the left hand your right knee, pull on it and leverage yourself toward the right. And straighten out your left arm. Pull on the left knee or bring the left arm inside of your left knee and use it as a pivot point. If you can sink deep into the side stretch, you can grab with the left hand your left foot and really stretch out your right waist. And then really breathe into your right side, your liver side. And slowly release and come up with a straight back. Just change your leg, straighten out your right leg, bring the left foot inside of your right thigh and grab the left knee with your right hand. Turn or twist yourself toward the left, so your heart turns toward the left, your heart side, and you can find the pivot point on your knee or the elbow inside of your right thigh and leverage to the ceiling. If you can hold on your right foot, perfect, but only do it if you can maintain the length in your spine. You breathe into your left waist. And then come up through the center with a straight spine. And find back to the middle of your mat. Interlace your fingers or hold the opposite elbow and roll back with a round spine. Then give your lumbar spine a little massage. Cradle to the left and right. Circle your knees. Spread your arms wide on the mat. Lift your hip and place it to the right. And then let your knees fall to the left. So you put your hips to the right, that your spine now is in a straight line. And you twist out of your center. Breathe into your belly and feel how the inhalation broaden your lumbar spine, your lower back. And when you exhale, let your right shoulder fall to the ground. Slowly come back to the center and directly bring your hip to the left and let your knee fall to the right. You can place your right hand on your left knee and again breathe deeply into your belly. Slowly come out of this twist, bring your hip back to the middle and grab the outer edges of your feet to come into a happy baby pose, or you can bring your knees into your armpits. Do whatever you miss in these 20 minutes. Your body still feel like. And then place your leg on the ground and come into a corpse pose. Place your hand left and right next to you. Your palms shoot up to the ceiling. Let your feet fall apart. Let the whole shell of your body, your backside, the heart side, become softer. The back of your hand, the back of your skull, your heels, your sit bone, your shoulders. Imagine you sink into white, powdery soft snow. And release the muscles around your eyes. And let your eyeball sink into the sockets. Relax all the muscles on your forehead and around your brows. Imagining your brows pull apart instead of pulling together. Release all the tiny muscles around your nose, your cheeks, your jaw, your lips, and your tongue becomes heavy and is held in your mouth. Slowly breathe into your body, and without moving, feel your toes, every single one, your fingertips, your nose tip, and then place your feet on the ground and feel your feet standing, and then let yourself fall over to one side. Pull your knee toward your chest and rest like a seed is waiting to sprout in spring. But before sprouting, it needs to drop way down into the nourishing soil of Mother Earth. And then like a little chia seed, unfold yourself with closed eyes and press up into a seated position. Imagining a thread that goes up and down your spine, a line from the top of your head to your bottom of the spine, your pelvic floor, and vice versa. Organize yourself along this thread. Feel the breath on the skin and how they are connected with each other. Experience your awareness under the surface of your skin and onto the surface of your skin. The air, your clothes, a breeze, and let go. Bring your palms together, rub them on each other until they have created heat, and then bring the heat in front of your face. Keep your eyes closed Breathe deeply in and slowly let your hands sink and really slowly open up your eyes by catching the first sun rays coming through your eyelashes. Give yourself a smile. I wish you a beautiful day in and out, experiencing the whole